actually the winner of the Paladin. For the weapon design contest, they had 2 different winning entries. One was a serious weapon, and one was a joke weapon. And well, this sword, it looks really pretty. The color balance on it is beautiful. But I find a lot of the design what I'd refer to as noodly. So it's like, but they liked it, and that was the important part. I don't really matter. However, the joke sword.
This should be good.
It's a ladle with a pot top for a shield.
Oh dear.
With old Mandragora accents. That thing is just chef's kiss. And all pun intended. Yeah, it's a ladle for a sword. This is the warrior main entry, which is like, it's okay. It's not something Theron would use. But
Interesting idea.
A chainsaw axe, effectively.
And yeah, I saw what's coming next. Wow.
And the little note is the flippers wiggle when she unsheathed. I mean, a bombfish for an axe. That's just...
Yeah.
That is something beautiful. Whoever thought of this is like, yeah. Dark Knight. Again, I'm finding this one a little too noodly.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
They were trying to go for something kind of undead angelic, and I don't think it quite reads. But again, SE cared, not I, so. And then this was kind of the joke sword, which is the little prim and prissy Dark Knight sword. I like a little better. It looks a little noodly until you realize that it's just like a floral texture map. The actual modeling on the sword itself, it still has a much cleaner silhouette.
Anything has a cleaner silhouette than the wings on the other.
Then we have Gunbreaker Sirius. This is the Cerberus sword, gunblade. It's an interesting idea. They were kind of going for this 3 cylinder thing in the back. Unfortunately, I don't think they pushed their idea far enough. This is it's like, I would have liked to see them push it a little far more. But then again, there's only so much you can do with gun blades. Let's be honest. However, the joke gunblade.
That should be good.
Shark!
Yes, there are gun blades in FF14 live suing. They came in with
Gunbreaker.
Gunbreaker and Shadowbringers.
Yeah, Gunbreaker is a tank type. It is actually a really nicely designed tank. But yeah, shark! And the fact that it actually spells shark in Eorzean on the front.
Right.
These I thought were interesting, but again, a bit noodly. These are actually monk fists. That when they close, the lower jaw of the demon opens up and these fire fangs come out.
Okay.
But again, there's so much going on with this, it's hard to see what's actually happening.
Yeah, though that is one that might actually work once you see it, moving and then 3D and such.
Yeah,
it's probably still a little noodly for that, but I think it'll work better than the drawing does.
Also, the fact that monk fists are actually kind of small as a weapon goes.
Yeah.
So, but this one, oh my god.
Oh, right.
The fact that you can see the guy's fist through the open mouth is just...
I'm sensing a Shirk theme here. It is Shirk Week in Eorzea.
Yes. Dragoon Lance. Again, a bit too noodly, and I'm not quite sure what they were queuing off of for design style.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not too fond of the wraps they've been doing on some of the weapons, because, especially like this one, it's supposed to be cloth, but they usually do them as these hard objects that have no motion to them, and it just kind of,
And that's one of those things where it looks like it could work, but I know how they'll model it and it won't.
Yeah. But the goofy one, it's like, oh my gosh. That cat. That is like all the adorbs, and you recognize it instantly.
Oh dear.
And the silhouette is nice and clean. The little paw at the bottom end.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's a cattail.
Yes. The ninja one I actually liked. I wasn't quite sure what
Serious?
the serious one. Mostly because it's a very clean silhouette.
Mm-hmm.
They put effort onto making it look nice and polished without being overly busy. You can see exactly what's going on here. And it's an interesting idea. Yeah, going for the kitty tail, or cat tail. The joke ninja weapon, though. You have the knife with the mandragora top, and then the offhand you have the fork.
Yeah. Oh shoot! What was the series ages ago now? The Culinarian Age.
Oh, yeah, Toriko.
Yes, that looks like a Toriko ninja weapon.
Yes, it is a Toriko ninja weapon. Food was also on the order for food, sharks, and umbrellas were on the order for this round. This set of samurai swords I actually really like.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning those.
It's only one sword, which is the big long one,
Yep.
and it's very much a classic samurai sword, but he's got the shorter samurai sword as part of the sheath dynamic.
Yep, I believe there's a couple of them that do that, but they do usually leave it out.
And that, as a whole, this like totally screams perfect samurai.
Yep.
I would adore these swords. This is like one of the few joke weapons I didn't like, which was the hidden sword inside the umbrella. Again, I thought it was too busy and noodly.
Yeah, I want to see that one in action, because I'm not sure how that one's going to work out.
And here we come to the bard bows. This is the serious one, which is actually very adorable. If you note, he's made a note.
Something you might be able to hold.
Yes, it's something you might be able to hold. If you look at the note here, the birds actually chirp and sing when you have it drawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've got the arrow holster in the back with a pair of lovebirds, and it's the bird nest, or birdhouse.
Right.
And the joke one is even more perfect. It's a nutkin. It's Thancred's nutkin.
Oh dear.
With little
Yeah,
oak arrowheads.
Those will require looking at. Now, how do you get these?
These are what won the contest that they are thinking about adding to the game over the next expansion and a half.
Okay.
So it's going to be a while before we've seen any sort of variation to these, but this gives them a jump-off point, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the other serious weapons I actually liked. Victoria do Povo, which is kind of a take off of blue and gold ceramic painting for a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nice clean silhouette. While there's a lot of intricate paintwork to it,
it's not essential to the design.
Well, it is in the fact that it's trying to mimic something that we have in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not overblowing it and overpowering it. And the fact that it actually shoots, they're describing it as shooting with these mandala motifs of gold and blue.
Yes.
And the fact that they've actually got the Aether Converter as part of the design, which is something I think we've needed for a while. All the Aether Converters up till now, they're all the same Aether Converter. We just changed guns.
Right.
So. But the joke weapon for Machinist. It's a gun hidden inside a bouquet of roses.
Yeah. Wow.
They even drew out what the actual gun looks like inside of this, but yeah. For your wedding day, apparently.
Yeah, or your proposal.
Dancer, I get what they were trying to go after with this one, but again, I feel like it's too noodly and it's hard to see what's actually going on. It's actually a ring with a saber sword as part of it.
Yeah.
With ribbons around it. And
shows work needs thought.
It's a nice idea, but again, too noodly. It's something that this game does have an issue with. A lot of games do, actually. Is they're so fixated on making the texture interesting that you kind of lose the silhouette and the detail.
Kindly see 0 punctuation. I'm an imp. I'm an imp with a bazooka.
Yes. But the joke dancer weapon is like, oh my god, I want this. It's a ring fire torches.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Based off of bomb heads. And the fire actually goes off as an effect as it spins. It's just...
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
When are we going to the luau? This one could be interesting depending on how well they do with the modeling. This is the Black Mage, Sirius. It's effectively a night lantern.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see this going either way, but...
Yeah.
The main problem I have with it is they put a little too much niddly in the ribbon that's tied to it. So it actually starts conflicting with the silhouette because it starts being too busy. If they simplified that down and maybe took the tassel off the ribbon, or the tassel's at the bottom, which is fine. But right now, the ribbon at top is kind of fighting with the lantern itself.
Yeah.
But this one, stacked teacups with the Great Serpent of Ronka.
Oh no.
And it screams and sings when it's deployed.
Wow. Yen. Oh dear.
This is adorable, and it reads immediately what it is. It's like, whoever did this, nice work. For Summoner, we have actually one of the nicer sets is a book. We've got the open book with the bird up top and lilies, but if you look carefully, they have these little glass panes of birds within the book cover.
Mm-hmm.
And they call it the Lily Grimoire, and I could buy that. I would not dislike this, having this in game.
Mm-hmm.
However, the other Summoner Grimoire, I want even more.
Uh-oh.
A Carbuncle Grimoire.
Well, yeah, because Carbuncle.
And the fact that it has actually a Phoenix down for a quill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the carbuncle head as the main buckle. And the book itself is very simple. While there is some stuff here, it's not overly beat in your face busy. Red Mage, this was the serious entry. They were kind of going for more of a fire theme, but again, I don't feel it's quite there.
That's another one where I'll want to see it in action.
Mm-hmm. But the joke Red Mage cane, or sword, it's an umbrella with a Nixie as their floating focus.
Oh dear.
And this reads instantly. So yay! Blue Mage has a cane umbrella. This is actually nice and classy.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of nice intricate detail, but it's not overly busy. You immediately know what's going on with it. The other one was a pure cane. Cane? With a ribbon that apparently is you pop it off and there's flowers.
Right.
It's kind of a flower stand cane. White Mage. This one was nice. The bunny and the half moon. Again, I would have liked to see a better silhouette on the bunny.
Yeah.
But I could see them doing far worse. And the little floating star to one side is actually a nice touch, especially if that's actually a floating dangle that will move.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing, oh my gosh. Cake with a fork as a White Mage cane.
Oh dear. And it's a white cake.
It's a white cake, yes! Damn it, now I'm hungry for cake.
I'm sorry, Paris Spaghetti is closed by now.
Can we get Paris Spaghetti tomorrow?
Depends. When are you going to get up?
Good question.
And how's your back going to handle it?
This, I think, is perfect scholar stuff. It's a scholar book done as an artist travel palette.
This is Alphino's book.
Yes! Because you've got the dust brush here, you've got the paints here, and the thumb hold either from this side or this side. You've got your paint brushes here. You've got the open slot here to mix your colors. Yeah. This is the Alpha Nose palette. Codex of the Lost Palette is what they jokingly refer to it as.
Okay then.
This is probably one of my favorites.
I can see this.
The other Scholar book is not bad. It's just, I think the palette is better. This is one where they're actually showing off Eos and Selene.
Yeah. That's a nice idea.
As, like, stained glass.
It does kind of lose out to the other, but that is a really nice idea.
This is one of those things where, do I use this one or that one? It depends on the glamour I'm currently wearing.
Yes.
Astrologian? They actually have done up as a star globe. Or a proper astral globe.
Okay.
I think I like my current one better, but I can see some very interesting use cases for this. And the final one? For Ast, a snow globe.
Yay!
There were actually a lot of really good entries, even in the finalists. If you want to follow the link that I posted in the Twitch chat, I highly recommend it, because they actually post all the finalists there too. And I'm not going to cover them tonight because we are way over time, but I wanted to show these off because the imagination behind them for weapons is just amazing. Yeah, I have some complaints about a few of them, but I'm not the only person on the planet. Square liked them, and in the end, they like them because they think they can bring these as interesting weapons to the player base, and that's the important part. But yeah, the sniping fork for Ninja. Oh my god.